So if you ever had water leakage problems in a 2006 Mustang, and these Mustangs are pretty well known for having water leaks, I'm going to show you how to fix one of the possible reasons. I already did the cowl, underneath the cowl I did that, replaced the grommets, and I already did the driver's side weather stripping. Now it's leaking on the passenger side, and I'm going to show you how to do it cheaply without having to buy the $35 Ford part. Excuse the wind noise, but yeah, the weather stripping goes underneath this plastic here, and I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to start on the inside by removing this plastic panel, and to remove it, all you have to do is just really pull down on it and it pops right out. And then pull out. It has little hooks on the end that hook into the dash, and out comes the part. Next, you're going to want to pull down the rubber weather stripping, and I've seen people online in other videos remove them all the way from the car. I don't do that. I just remove them from the top just to expose the bolts. Be careful around these parts so you don't rip it. And that's all you really need to do. Just leave it hanging. Back the rubber weather stripping that exposes these screws in here all along the edge, all around. Remove all of them, and the plastic weather trim will pop right off. Alright, I got all the screws out, and they're all Torx head. I'm not sure what size it is. You could see the little bit I used right there to remove them. But yeah, there's a total of 10 of them. And once all the screws are out, the plastic trim should just pop out. It's a little bit glued on there. You just gotta be careful not to crack it. And out it comes. Now you can see why it was leaking water. As you can see, the weather stripping is all gone. It's not doing anything really. And it was making a howling noise on the highway too, which was pretty annoying. So I'm gonna clean up all that old weather stripping, and then I'll show you the next step. I got the weather stripping cleaned up, the old stuff. Just do the best you can. You don't have to go crazy, because the new stuff is just going to be pressed up against the body and it's going to be held in place with screws. So I'm not really worried about it being perfect. So for weather stripping, we're going to be using this Frost King rubber foam stuff I got at Home Depot. It was like $4 total with tax. And I believe somewhere on here it even says that it's for automotive and marine use as well. But it's, yeah, 5/16 thick and 3/4 wide. Just follow the old glue spots, the old glue residue, and just kind of stay along this outside edge. You know, that's the outside part that faces the weather. And that's where the water can get in. Don't worry about the holes for the screws, because you could just drive the screws right through the weather stripping when you're putting it on. The only thing I did was pop a hole for the plastic retainers that they got. There's three of them, I'm sorry. 1, 2, and 3. And what I'm gonna do is just pop holes using this little tool here so that I can poke through. And that's it. All right, so I got the weather stripping all on, glued on here. Just gonna remove the protective paper. As you can see, I didn't put any holes besides the holes for the plastic retainers. Give you a closer look. And once again, just follow the old glue residue where the old one used to be stuck on. Just follow that and you'll pretty much be spot on where it's supposed to be. You could also see where the water used to leak. You can see the run marks. Now we just got to reinstall it. Now after you got the piece mocked up back in the car, it should be loosely held in place by the 3 retaining clips that it has. And after that, just drive in the screws. And to see where the screws go, you can kind of see the outline of the old screw head. And that kind of should give you an idea. Screw it in. It might help if you have an assistant to help you press it down while you screw it in. And the rest is just reassembly, and that should be it. And that's it. Got it all reassembled. Looking good. Yeah, like I said, don't worry about not having screw holes in the foam. And just drive them right through it with a screwdriver. Kind of guesstimate where the hole is, and you should be fine. The whole job took me about half an hour and $4 in parts. There's no way I'm buying that $35 weather stripping from Ford. Thanks for watching. Bye.